Okay, I might have to do another video. Um, Now, I forgot to mention a very important um, aspect to all this. Between the pigeons between the 231s on a motorcycle and the two pigeons. Okay, so the 231s, I would actually really like to go to number in scripture. I wonder if I'm able to here. Let's find out. This will be new. Um, let's see what happens here. This should work. Better work. I don't think it worked. That didn't work. So I would have to get a screen capture of it. So anyway, I'll just open it and read it. I'm going to make you sit through all my pauses here. I'm not even going to edit them out. Okay, so we wanted 31. Okay, the Hebrew expression of this is El, the name of God, and its signification as a number or factor would be deity. Okay, so the Hebrew expression of this, right, El, the name of God, and we know that it's the Old Testament name for God anyway. So you had two 31s on this motorcycle, and you had, so as I left where these were at, it was probably a 15-minute journey in traffic, and for some reason I had the radio off and I was trying to absorb everything that was happening to me. That needs to be understood. I should have put this detail in last night, but I don't want to say I forgot about it, but it didn't get in there. So, and it's important. I don't know how, and you'll get what I mean by that. So I'm driving down the road, and I look down at the radio, and it has the DSP on it, which has text coming to you about usually the song, the band, whatever radio show you may be listening to, whatever the channel. And I looked down and it said, "Here Man." I was like, "Here Man? What is that?" And so I went and I reached for the volume dial and I turned it up. And right then, and I was doing about 40 miles an hour, 40, 35 at that point in time. It was a straight run. So I was doing about 35. And when I saw that "Here Man," I just stopped for a second. That's weird. And I went and I turned it up. And right when I turned it up, it was like some weird commercial that I haven't even heard since. And it just said 6,666. And I was like, what the frick? And I looked back down at the stereo, and it was saying "Heart" now, and it was saying "Magic Man." So for whatever reason, when I saw it read "Here Man," it had dropped the T and the magic out of the transmission. Don't even ask me how that happened, but I'm trying to tell you exactly what happened. And that is what happened. So why 6,666? I have no idea for that. I know one of the vehicles has that as a license plate, and which is very interesting. I have a lot more to say about license plates and like the way mine is, but the new one I got issued by the state. But it's kind of not part of this video right here. So I did want to mention that. So now today's news. Okay, we have today's news, which is Thursday, begins with a T. Once again, we are on the 20th. So you have Thursday and a 2. So you can do whatever you want with this. So Chester Bennington suicide. Okay, comes on Chris Cornell's birthday. So we have CC, right, which is, he happened to have met his demise, so to say, right here on May 18th. Okay, so we have May 18th for Mount St. Helens back in 1980. We had that wonderful picture. I don't know where it went now. Here's the one I have. So this is it. Many chapel students know that, some people in the chapel, I know I shouldn't mention the chapel, but some people thought maybe this was Elijah or whatever. Now, am I trying to tie this in with Chris Cornell's death? Well, he died on the 18th, right? Right here, it says right here, Chris Cornell, audio slave, frontman dies at 52. Right here, May 18th, okay? So, I know how this sounds, and I know how very strange it all is, right? So May 18th, there is an ad So anyway, now we want to be right here again, I believe. Okay. So now we're going to go through here. Chris and old 41 there, Chester Bennington was 41. Okay, so we have Chris Cornell, CC, 33 and 41. I hope people are paying attention, but I know how this... I know when I saw this, I was like, what is all this? So Cornell's widow, Vicky, reacted to Bennington's death on Twitter, writing, "Just when I thought my heart couldn't break anymore. I love you, T." So we already covered today being Thursday and the 20, and so we have the T is 20 and the 2 is 22. Here we have T and T. If you wanted to, you could do 22 with that because you don't use the 0. So refers to Bennington's wife of 12 years, Talinda Bentley. Now, shouldn't her name have been... Either way, I guess it wouldn't even matter, would it? Anyway, so That to me is very interesting. Okay? I know what the chapels says about the future and stuff like that. I'm I'm pretty sure what they were saying about the future was what the Bible was saying about the future. But what do I know? I'm just a guy that is, I don't know what I'm doing actually. So I'm just a guy. Let's just leave it at that.